What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to talk about how the United States is falling apart. And even if you are not from United States, you must watch this video because it's not only about what is happening inside the US, but it's about the financial system that is getting rigged and they're making just fool out of us. So make sure you watch the video, and yeah, free Discord link in the description. So make sure you check it out and join the server. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, I would like to shed some light on this. Okay, so basically US banking system was invented in 1913 or 1863. This was it. Okay, so basically in 80s, 1800s or 1900s it was invented, and on 2008, in 2008, Bitcoin was invented by Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, till till 2008, the US had a debt of around $9 trillion. 9 trillion. Okay, trillion. That's T, not B or M, not million, billion, but it's trillion. Okay, so by 2008, they had around $9 trillion of debt. And now, what I would like to ask you all, what do you think that how they're gonna wipe out their debt right now? Because currently it's around $37 trillion of debt. Okay, there's a site called US US debt clock, which shows you live debt of the US. Okay, this is it, $37 trillion. This is the current debt, and how do you think they're gonna pay it? You think they're gonna like clean it off completely? Hell no. This is what is happening. The US is in massive debt, and no one gives a shit about it. Okay, and this is the main reason why it's falling apart, because around around I think in the span of 5 to 10 years it will reach 40 plus trillion dollars, which is a lot. And the debt is increasing every single second. I think you can literally see how many $1,000 per second it's increasing, and it's just insane. So what made me look into it right now? Okay, why would you even look at this debt right now? Because the US government is buying BTC. Now you'd say, what's wrong with it? We're pumping BTC, we're gonna reach 1 million in BTC, yay. But no one sees the darker side. Okay, the scariest part is that the US government is actually buying Bitcoin. You might think that we would be benefiting from this buy, but actually it's a trap. Now now just watch this. Falling of DXY is like a really threatening for US dollar. We'd go to DXY. Okay, we would go to DXY in trading view, and we can see it's continuously like just falling apart. Okay, which is not good, because every major pair you see, or every major crypto pair you see, you will always find a USD written by their side. It's very rare chances that you would ever find a BTC GP, a BTC INR, BTC BTC GBP, because everything is based on the US economy. This is the reason their debt is important to have a look at. Okay, and this is just scary, because since everything is based on US dollar and it is weakening. Okay, so DXY being bearish just means that the value of it, the value of US dollar against every other currency pair, is just trying to fall off. Okay, so basically, if there's a pair UR USD, the euro value is increasing, or you would say the US dollar is decreasing, or the euro is increasing. Yeah, it's one and the same. Now, how are they gonna deal with this $37 trillion debt? That's the scariest part. Okay, in crypto, I think most of y'all are aware how crypto works. We buy USDC or USDT. Okay, we buy USDC, USDT, then we convert that shit into Ethereum or Bitcoin. We mostly never directly buy Bitcoin, or I don't think that is even possible to directly buy Bitcoin. But yeah, the conversion always happens through USDC or USDT. Okay, now the thing is, that the USDC and USDT are backed by US government treasury. Okay, I would like to show you the proof here. Yeah, this is this is how the USDC is maintaining its stability. You would never find it stable if we were trading it continuously, and if it was not backed by the government. USDC and USDT are both backed by the US treasuries. Okay, so what is happening when we buy crypto? Okay, we are increasing debt for US. Okay, and how would it work? We would buy USDC or USDT, which would be used to buy Bitcoin. So basically, we are printing more money to buy that USDC, USDT, and then it is buying us Bitcoin. Okay. And now what the government is doing is they passed. I would not even say they. Trump 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 no hell. Trump passed a Bitcoin Act, a Bitcoin Strategic Reserve order in March 6, 2025. Now, this just means that they are increasing their own debt and hedging against their own debt. It's like it's like buying gold but digital. You feel me? They are using their own money to buy USDT, USDC, which would make them in debt, and they are using that debt, or I mean, I could say they are using that money to hedge against the US dollars, which is by buying Bitcoin. Don't you think there's some problem here? I mean, they are hedging against their own system. They are being in debt. Okay, they made banking system. They had trillions of dollars in debt, and now they are hedging it. I think this is the part which I would want to I don't want to overlook. Wait. Uh, what's okay? BlackRock buying Bitcoin. Okay, when did BlackRock started buying? Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so BlackRock started buying Bitcoin and in 2000, 2021 to 2024. Now, if you know, the US government is also controlled by BlackRock and many other, like the royal families. I think I don't think you would have heard about any of them, but yeah, BlackRock is one of them, and they owns like half of America or something, which is insane. So basically, they are buying Bitcoin, they are making themselves in debt, and it's just like a loop which is continuously happening. So it's like BlackRock and every other bank, Citibank, I would say Bank of America, and every other major banks and institutions are buying BTC. I think they know something that we don't. And the thing they know is adopting BTC early is only the key, because after one time the US physical currency system is about to end. That's the only reason. You feel me? Because they are just trying to buy more Bitcoin, so that it's like, who has the most money? Banks, right? So yeah. So basically, I would like to bring your attention back to this. Now, since this has happened, how would it affect us or any other trader or any normal person using the Bitcoin reserve that they are making, the government, which the government is making, and they are making BlackRock and every other companies buy Bitcoin? They, I think, are trying to wipe out the entire existence of physical currencies. I know this sounds a really lot hypothetical or like something in fantasies, but this is literally, how do you actually think that they would wipe out their debt? I don't think that they would ever be able to do that, because it's not even billion, it's trillion. And almost in 5 to 10 years, as I said, it would reach around 40 trillion plus debt. And this is a lot. So using this BTC, they are hedging against their own banking system, Okay, they are literally saying that our banking system has some flaw, okay, which we are filling by buying BTC. But until they end up with so many BTC, their debt has almost surpassed like a significant amount. Okay, so either they will wipe out entire physical currency system, or they're gonna book some, or I would say like sell all their BTCs, sell every BTC and rug pull everyone. I don't think this is gonna happen, but mostly they might just transfer their physical currency system to digital cryptocurrency. And this is a really, really high probability event compared to any other because the adoption is crazy. And it's not only in US, but it's over the world. Okay. So this is what is happening, and this is why we should actually be careful about the US dollar. And I would just not trust it anymore. It's not like anymore, but yeah, I would be careful and I would still look around this topic more often because this is something really concerning because half of the trade happening in around the world is based on the US dollar. Okay, if you know anything about the world trades that are happening, like the oil trade, gold trade, or any other import export, everything is being carried around by US dollar. So yeah, this was the reason I am pretty concerned. You can look more into this topic through Google, or I don't think Google would even answer this correctly, but yeah, this was the thing I wanted to talk to you all about. So this is it for today, guys. Also, no trade recap today since I did not had any trade to place. So yeah, this was it, and be careful. Look into this matter more, and you'll just find out how fucked this is. So I'll see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye. Take care.